Hey guys, this is Teshia of TeshiaMahar.com. As per one of your Video Monday requests, today I'm going to share with you all of my favorite products. So basically, my must-have items in order to feel really, really happy. So as far as my yoga practice and my meditation practice go, I always have to have a yoga mat. That's a given. A bolster. So yin yoga is one of the main practices that I do, especially personally at home. And so I have to have a bolster for doing my poses. And I also have to have a yoga block. So yoga blocks are amazing, especially for opening your spine. You can place the block at the sacrum, at the base of your spine, or also underneath your shoulder blades. And these are amazing ways to do gentle back bends that are assisted, so that allows the muscles to really relax and allows your spine to really open up. I can show you these in future videos, but yeah, I have to have a block and I have to have a bolster for doing my evening yin yoga practice, which is a really lovely ritual of mine. Aside from those three yoga props, mat, bolster, block, when I do my meditation practice in the morning, I love having this beautiful shawl with me. So what I do is I just place the shawl over my head and I just close my eyes and do my meditation. Morning and night I do transcendental meditation, and I love having the shawl because it just helps me feel like I'm containing all my energy, and it just helps me to stay inside, and I just love it. So I have to have that always. When I travel, the mat, the bolster, the block, and this shawl always go in my bag, and this way, from wherever I am, in whatever hotel room I might be in, I can still attend to my morning and evening rituals. The next category of must-have products that I want to share with you is my teas. So I really love coffee, but coffee does not love me. And so these days I stick with tea. I absolutely love the Puka line of teas, and the two that I've been digging the most for quite a while now actually is the matcha green Puka tea and also the detox Puka tea. This one is a blend of nettle, peppermint, and fennel. So it's super detoxifying, great for your kidneys and also your digestion. I usually have the matcha green in the morning, before breakfast, after, or with breakfast. I have 1 cup, and then I have the detox blend in the afternoon, evening, or sometimes both times. So that's the tea. The next category is my supplements. So when it comes to supplements, being vegan, I always take a vegan omega-3 oil. The one that I love is an algae-based oil. I'll link that below. I also love the Now brand of vitamin B12. I've been taking that for quite a while. I'm out of these 2 items right now. That's why I'm not showing you. But again, I'll link those below. So omega-3, B12. I also take on a daily basis the Camu berry powder vitamin C. So this is a whole food-based source of vitamin C. Vitamin C is really important for the health of your adrenals, and I don't eat a ton of fruit, so I like to take this just to make sure that I'm getting an ample amount of vitamin C above and beyond my vegetable intake. And I love this one because it mixes really easily with water. I can mix it with water and lemon, or into smoothies, or even just into green juices. And I usually take about a teaspoon and a half every single day. The next item is magnesium. This is essential for me. So I love magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate. Basically, buy whichever one is available to me from wherever I am. I travel a lot, especially these days. So basically, I just go by what I can find. I'm not attached to any one particular brand. I haven't really noticed a big difference across brands. As long as it's citrate or magnesium glycinate, I'm down. I'm good. This particular one I'm using right now is a citrate form. Magnesium will cause a laxative effect if you take more than what your body needs. So that's something you'll have to gauge for yourself. I can take quite a bit of that without that happening, which tells me that my body needs it. Magnesium is amazing for helping anxiety and also for helping fight off those food cravings that come with the menstrual cycle sometimes, with that PMS week. So if you struggle with that, you might want to try incorporating magnesium. So those are my must-haves. Oh, there's one more. Passion flower or holy basil. Again, I switch these up from time to time. I cycle both of them. Passion flower and holy basil are both adaptogenic herbs. So these herbs help your body manage and adapt to stress. Again, I find them really wonderful for anxiety and for any feelings of nervousness. And yeah, I love both. Right now I'm using passion flower, but again, I switch up between those herbs. There's also a lot of other adaptogenic herbs out there, so you can try different ones. I find herbs are a very personal thing. You have to experiment to find which ones resonate for your body and which help based on what your symptoms are. So moving on to beauty products, I super love the Avalon Organics volumizing shampoo and conditioner. That's my shampoo. I love Thursday Plantation green tea foaming face wash. The face lotion that I use changes from time to time. Historically, I was always using Green Beaver green tea face cream. Right now where I'm living, I can't find it, so I've switched to a chamomile and shea butter blend by Akin. I bought this in Germany. I will buy it again if I see it again, but I may not have access to it where I am. So usually though, green tea face cream by Green Beaver is my go-to. In terms of makeup, I love the Dr. Hushka line. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but the foundation and lipstick by them, fantastic. Those are the only two makeup items that I use, but I really like the Dr. Hushka stuff. Hushka? I don't know. Anyway, Hauschka. You guys probably know the one I'm talking about. Any health food store usually carries that line. For toothpaste, Jason. This one is the Deep Sea Spearmint, but I switch it up. Any toothpaste by Jason that I've tried has been great. The last beauty item that I must have is magnesium oil. And this is kind of, again, a supplement. So you don't ingest this, but you topically use it on your skin, and it has a very therapeutic effect, similar to the magnesium that you supplement with orally. So usually I use this magnesium oil on the soles of my feet. It's been shown that magnesium is most readily absorbed through the soles of the feet in terms of your topical skin surfaces. So this is something that I do as part of my evening ritual. And I love that. But you can also use it as into any areas of your body that might be sore. So into any kind of muscle soreness, you can use that. I also love Tiger Balm for that purpose, but magnesium oil is really nice and very therapeutic. So if you have a hard time with supplementing magnesium, you may want to try topically using it instead. You may not need a supplement. Topical might be enough for you. Now, in terms of food, so My carbohydrate sources, my protein sources, my fat sources, these really change on a weekly basis based on what is available to me. What produce is in season, what I can get that's organic. I switch it up a lot. So there's not really any set, item. Some weeks I'm using strawberries, some weeks I'm using raspberries, some weeks it's blueberries, some weeks I'm using, kale, others it's spinach. It changes based on what I can find. But above and beyond those like vegan basics, like vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, beans, legumes, other than those, these are the food products that I just have to have in my life or I start to crave them. So number one, I have to have a greens powder. This one happens to be my favorite, but I switch it up from time to time. This one is the Oramus Organic Super Greens by Sun Warrior. And the reason I love this one so much is that it has probiotics added to it. And also it has a nice peppermint flavor. So it's a good source of probiotics. I sometimes take probiotics as well as a supplement, but not every day. I cycle this in based on how I'm feeling. But I like that this one also has at least some added to it. So that's my greens powder. I usually have this every morning with lemon water. And then sometimes if I am traveling, I'll have it in between meals. Or if I'm somewhere, for example, where I don't have access to good quality greens and I'm not eating a lot of green vegetables, then I'll add this just to make sure that I'm getting those minerals from somewhere. The next food item is bee pollen. So I eat a predominantly vegan diet, but this is one exception. So bee pollen comes from bees, so it's not vegan per se, but my reason for being vegan, I mean, yes, I don't want to eat things that were living and walking around, but the main reason that I'm vegan is because it feels good for my body and because scientifically it just makes sense to me. But I'm not hardcore, like if it is sourced from, I just don't let myself get stressed out about it. What I have found is that bee pollen feels good to me, so I don't overthink it. When I take bee pollen, I literally feel like my body is thanking me. There's something in it that my body needs, and it's likely the B vitamins. So bee pollen is really rich in many of the B vitamins, and I find it's very good for energizing me and for keeping my hormones balanced. I usually take a tablespoon of this a day. I usually add it to smoothies or to green juices. The next item is almond butter. So I'm also a huge fan of nuts and seeds, and I use these in my meals and in my snacks. But above and beyond those, I have to have almond butter. It's so great, and you can do so much with it. My favorite thing to do with almond butter is to have it as a snack. I spread it on celery sticks. I dip romaine lettuce leaves in it, or cucumbers, carrots. It's like my favorite all-time dip. And I love almond butter because I find it's very stabilizing to my blood sugar. So having it as a snack in between meals really helps to keep me satisfied and keeps me from feeling ravenous by the time I get to my next meal or whatever. I'm not a huge snacker, but I usually have like one snack a day, and it's usually almond butter based. The next item that I really love, I've been loving these for at least a good year now, is the Konjac spaghetti noodles. So this particular one I'm holding right here is a German brand because I've been traveling in Europe a lot, so I've been buying this one and loading up my suitcase. But you can find this at any health food store, all different brands. Konjac is the base of it, and it's basically like a sea vegetable, and it has like very, very low carbohydrates. I'm not all about like going low carb, but I do find that if I eat very much in terms of grains, my blood sugar levels get a little bit wonky. So I tend to avoid grains, and most spaghettis are made from grains, except these guys. So I like to use these in salads, but especially in stir fries and in soups. I find that they're just awesome for adding a little bit more texture and a little bit more volume to the meal so you can eat more without feeling like overly stuffed at all. And the last two items that I want to mention are chia seeds. So key for omega-3, which there's not a lot of in the vegan diet. That's why I mentioned my vegan omega-3 supplement. Chia seeds are awesome because, again, they are so versatile. Add them to smoothies so that your smoothies are a little bit more filling, and you can also use them to make, lots of different chia seed recipes, like chia seed pudding recipes. So I usually have, not every day, but most days I have at least a tablespoon or two of chia seeds. The last item, as far as foods, I have two more. Wait, one is missing. A very important one is missing. Oh no! It's okay. I don't need to show you it. I can tell you it. So, Giddy Yo-Yo Chlorella tabs. Doesn't have to be the Giddy Yo-Yo brand, but I like this one. I love chlorella because, again, it has a wonderful stabilizing effect for your blood sugar. So if you're busy, if you don't have time to eat, if you're traveling, if you're in airports and airplanes, you can just take a couple of these with water between your meals, and it really helps to just keep your blood sugar more balanced. It's a great source of protein and minerals and iron, and it's just fantastic. So they don't taste good. I would not recommend chewing them, but you can buy the little tablets, or you could buy powder. And spirulina is a very similar idea. So it's a similar sea vegetable with very similar benefits. So spirulina would work just as well for the purpose that I explained. The last item that I must have is dark chocolate. So many times in my life, I've evaluated my relationship with chocolate. Like, why is it that I have to have this all the time? And why do I crave it when I don't have it on a regular basis? And I've just come to this place where, like, I don't eat cake or muffins or sugary treats. And so if I love dark chocolate, maybe I just love dark chocolate and it's okay. So yeah, I allow myself to have a little bit of dark chocolate every day. If I have more than 20 grams, 30 grams, I find I feel a little bit too stimulated, sort of in the same way as when I drink coffee. So I have had to work that out with myself, and I find that there's a sweet spot for me. So 20 grams is like the perfect amount. I love to have 20 grams of an 80% or above dark chocolate every afternoon with my tea. I do find it helps with giving me a little bit of a boost without feeling overstimulated, providing I don't have more than the 20 to 30 grams. And dark chocolate is another great source of magnesium. And I find that before my M cycle, it can be really helpful in terms of craving. So before we get our periods, our levels of serotonin, they dip. So that's the hormone that makes you feel good, that makes you feel happy. So having a little bit of dark chocolate can just sometimes give you that little bit of a boost you need so that you don't get really crazy and cranky and or like binge on a lot of other junk. So if you're craving something sweet and decadent, having a little bit of chocolate might be the perfect thing for you. So as always, I hope that this has been helpful. I hope I've mentioned a few things to you that maybe you'll try and that you'll also love. If you have any other category that I forgot that you want to hear about in terms of my must-have products, post it below and I'll do that for you in a future video. And also, if you have a video topic request of your own, please post it below. I keep a running list of the topics that you guys recommend, and I can't say exactly when I'll get to your topic, but if you get a request in, I will do it one of these days, one of these coming weeks, providing I haven't done a video on that topic before. So please post your topic below, or you can send it to me on my Facebook page, teshiamahar.com, or through my website, also teshiamahar.com. And just to remind you, I'm right now living in the UAE. I'm doing private yoga and nutritional consulting for a royal family. Crazy. My life is like a movie at the moment. But in addition to the work that I'm doing with them, I am still available for my consulting. So I basically, once you make your purchase on my site for a session, I'll email you and we can figure out the time zone difference and figure out a time that works for both of us to sit down over Skype and do the consult. I love doing consulting, and I'll never probably stop. So keep that in mind. If you're interested in working with me, I would love to help you move closer to whatever nutrition and health goals that you have. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your interest in learning from me, and I hope you all have a fantastic week. Okay, happy Video Monday. Try these products, and I hope you love them as much as me. Bye, guys.